I've had the privilege of being both a worship leader and a musician in many different contexts within a worship team. And there are a few words I'd like to say to musicians, being one of them myself, about how our attitude can serve our worship leader, can serve the team around us. First of all, I'd like to say this: consider it a privilege to play. This is not your ministry or my ministry. Jesus is the one who has the ministry. We all get to participate in the ministry of Jesus through our unique gift mixes, our unique personalities. But it's not a right that we have. We can't demand a ministry platform. We need to walk in humility, be a servant-hearted musician, offer ourselves to play, and also offer ourselves to step back if that's what's needed in the particular situation. As a musician, keep your heart right before God. Know that God will bring leadership in your life, and He will care for you. He will take care of what concerns you. When we try to push our way through force onto platforms or situations, it actually corrupts them. And even if we get that role, it's never as sweet as if God makes a way for us. Even if others seem to be wrong, we walk in humility, in servanthood, offering our gift or saying that we're willing to step back. Worship leaders love that. Honor your worship leader even if you don't agree with everything they do. Celebrate who they are, encourage them, be present, show up on time, be faithful, be encouraging. I promise you, God will have your back if you serve the worship leader and the other musicians in the team. You will be at the center of a new ecosystem of servanthood within that worship team. Then I encourage you to get better and better at your role. Practice, get lessons, play with CDs or MP3s. Get better at your chops, tighten up, get good at what you do so that you are a more usable musical element within your worship team context. When you do that, it inspires others to get better at what they do. Be an endless encourager. Even if it seems like that's not your personality, go to people. Say you're fantastic. Ask them about their instrument. They'll be happy to tell you why they are playing the love of their life musically all of the time. People love to talk about their favorite instruments and all they've put into them. Be that kind of element in the ecosystem, a constant encourager. Take responsibility to nurture the team along with the worship leader. Care for people. Pray for them. Be generous with them. Support them. Again, show up on time so they feel valued. Pray more than you say when you see things that need to change in relationships. Pray about the entire dynamic. Then when God gives you grace, don't wait for the worship leader or someone else to address an issue. Privately go and address the issue yourself. As a Christian, as a spiritual leader, take your part. Be willing to mentor others and to step back when necessary. Say to your worship leader, say, I am willing to develop others if you want others in this role. I guarantee you they'll want you to stay more than ever at that point. But be willing to create space and give platform to others around you. Then, of course, I want to say, care for your own spiritual life. Don't let it go by the wayside. Don't see your own spiritual development as something that happens to you. Take intentional initiative to develop in your private life with God, your study of the scriptures, your prayer life, your life of servanthood and caring for those around you in society, in your family, in your church. Care for your own spiritual life, and you'll watch that build the entirety of the worship community in your church. These are just some of the attitudes that we can have as musicians that will elevate and strengthen God's purposes for the worship ministry in your local church.